Most free-from chicken tender recipes taste like a compromise. These don't. No eggs, no dairy, no gluten, and somehow they taste better than the ones you get from a drive-thru. I'm Dr. Aman, a physician who developed food allergies in adulthood, and I like to create recipes that everyone can enjoy. I'm starting with 1 pound of chicken tenders. Now, I bought these as is, but you can absolutely make your own from a skinless chicken breast. The first step that I'm gonna do is just to generously salt them. On average, Americans eat about 100 pounds of chicken every year. Fortunately, it's a good source of lean, high-quality protein. One serving is about 3 to 4 ounces and is low in saturated fat with a moderate amount of cholesterol. While fried foods and frying chicken should just be an occasional part of your diet, everything in moderation, when grilling or baking skinless chicken breast, it can absolutely be part of a healthy diet. Now, I'm just gonna set these aside while we prepare our dredging station. For our crunchy coating, we're going to use cornflakes. I have about 3 to 4 cups of gluten-free cornflakes, and we wanna rough crush them. I'm just gonna add them to this Ziploc bag, and I'm just gonna use this cup to crush them. You can also use a rolling pin if you want. We don't want it to be a fine powder because we want that nice crunchy exterior. Okay, so that looks about right. I'm just gonna put it into this deep dish. So here's our dredging station. On my left, I have a plate of cornstarch, which is our substitute for flour. Here in the middle, I have a 1/4 cup of white rice flour. I came up with this recipe kind of by accident. I had some leftover tempura batter, and I thought maybe I can use this in place of eggs or buttermilk, and it added the perfect crispiness to it. So I encourage you to try different things in the kitchen. To this 1/4 cup of white rice flour, I am going to add a 1/4 cup of club soda, and this is chilled. We definitely want it to be very cold. I'm just gonna mix that up. We want this batter to be a little thick and not watery, so if it's too thick, I would add 1 tablespoon at a time of club soda to get it to the right consistency. And just mix it through again. This batter is the perfect consistency. It's thick, but not too watery. I have my oil heating, and the goal is to get it to 350 degrees. So with my dry hand, I'm just gonna dredge the chicken tender in some cornstarch and then shake off any excess. We just want a light coating of cornstarch. Then I'm gonna ease that into the batter, and with my wet hand, make sure that it's nicely covered with just a light coating of batter. Next, I'm gonna drop that into the cornflakes. Back to the dry hand, I'm going to cover them in cornflakes and make sure they get a nice coating. Then I'm just gonna set them aside as I prepare the rest. If you find your batter getting a little thick, add about a tablespoon of club soda at a time to thin it out to the right consistency. My oil is ready at 350 degrees, and I'm going to start adding the chicken 1 piece at a time. We want to fry these for a total of 3 minutes. I like to check the oil temperature while it's frying just to make sure we're maintaining the right heat, because you can always adjust it as needed. It's been 3 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and take them out of the oil. Here we have these beautiful chicken tenders. They look so golden and delicious, and they smell amazing. I cannot wait to crunch into this. Just a beautifully crisp exterior It's juicy and moist on the inside, and they taste so phenomenally good. This is amazing, and I can't wait to hear how you like it. You know, there's room for everyone at the table, but I guarantee it's going to be really crowded when you make these incredible chicken tenders. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Guess what I'm doing? Funky chicken. Why is cooking so stressful? It's not. Cooking is great stress relief. So excited for these chicken tenders.